Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another fishing story. My name's Stu, if you're new here. Today I'm going to tell you a story about the time when me and a buddy decided we wanted to head out to Crater Lake. It's up Highway 24 in near Little Fort, British Columbia. It's a good little lake. It's one of my all-time favorite lakes. It's a little bit difficult to get into, so it's less fished. I've never got skunked there, always nailing them there. So I told my buddy about this, and I was like, hey, let's go. We got to go. We didn't have a boat or a canoe or anything like that, and it's not the greatest lake for shore fishing. So my buddy knew a guy, a friend of his, and we went and borrowed his canoe, strapped it to the roof of my buddy's little Dodge Dakota, and we were ready to go the next morning. So we grabbed a couple of food or fishing rods and whatever and headed out. About half hour, 45-minute drive, I would say. No, closer to an hour probably drive. We headed out. We got about halfway there on this bush trail, and there was a tree across the road. Lesson here is make sure you bring yourself a chainsaw or an axe or a handsaw or anything in case this happens. We were stubborn, of course, so we didn't want to waste the day and turn around and go home. So we ended up finding a little tie strap that was brittle and really sucked to try and break chunks of the end of this tree off so we could kind of side hill up the road through the ditch to get around it. Eventually it did work. We broke off just enough off the end of this tree to sneak around, and we got through. But yeah, next time, chainsaw or a handsaw, anything, axe, whatever. Got to the lake, unloaded everything, got in the canoe. Both had been a while since we were in a canoe, so that was really fun. You pretty much feel like you're standing on a tightrope the whole time, praying that we don't tip, letting each other know when you're going to get up or down or whatever you're going to do. We were catching some good fish there. I got a couple pictures here. That's the baby right there. Obviously, it's about 14 years ago, I would say, somewhere around there. So I'm looking a little slimmer, a little fresh, a bit more of a spring chicken. My hair is a little shaggy there, but with my shaved hair cut properly, I was a pretty good looking young man. I mean, I still am, but what can you do? Anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, we caught all these fish. It was pretty good fishing. We decided to go to the end of the lake, which you can kind of see up there a little bit. And there's a creek that goes into another lake called Hardcastle Lake. And we thought to ourselves, well, hey, if you can only hike into this lake, the fishing's got to be just amazing. It's got to be great. So we had the idea, let's pack this canoe and all our gear through this trail, little goat trail that had tons of windfall across it. And it turned out to be pretty crappy haul. It's only about a half a kilometer trail, but I'll tell you, when you're packing a canoe over tons of windfall and stuff, it felt like we were on an expedition, like we're like to the top of Mount Everest type thing. We finally got to the end. So stoked. We get in the canoe. We're all excited. We start fishing. And I have never been such dead fishing in my life. Not a bite. Didn't see a fish jump. No other boats. Nobody else fishing. To this day, I don't even know. Maybe there isn't even fish in that lake. No idea. But yeah. So anyway, we were fishing there. Then it took us longer to get in there than we thought. And my buddy had a time frame to be home. He was told by the wife that you needed to be home by this amount of time. I think they had some sort of evening dinner plans or something, but let's just say it was not looking good. So we decided we're going back. We're pulling the canoe out of the water, and somehow, I don't know what he did, not sure at all, but all of a sudden I look and I see him flipping over backwards and sploosh into the lake he goes. It was pretty funny for me anyway. Him, not so much. Absolutely soaking wet. And now we got to hike and haul this canoe back to the Crater Lake so that we can go home. We ended up doing it, obviously. We got back, did a little bit more fishing, which was kind of, it was fun. Did a little bit more fishing, but like I said, we were on a time crunch. So we had to load up and get out of there and hopefully make it out, because the drive down to this lake where you launch your boat or whatever you want to say is steep. Like, if you don't have 4x4, you're not getting out of there. And even if you do have 4x4, you better pin it, because it's like a curve. The road goes up and then it kind of curves up like that, and you got to go. Luckily, we got out. We headed home. Yeah, both absolutely exhausted from packing this canoe everywhere. And I think we ended up keeping, I think we kept 2 or 3 each or something like that. We did pretty good. We could have kept more, but there's no point. And yeah, that was our day at Crater Lake. We got home. He was in a bit of trouble, so I didn't stay long at his place. I just kind of got my vehicle and went home while he probably got in trouble. But it was a fun day, and I honestly think that was probably the last time I was ever fishing with that friend. We still are in contact, and I do miss him greatly. So don't take the good times for granted. Go fishing, go hiking, go camping, do those things with your friends because you never know when that last time will be the last time. Got to make those moments count. Memories last forever. Thank you for watching. I'm going to try and get better at uploading these. My schedule is kind of crappy, but I appreciate you guys watching. Do all that YouTube stuff for me. Like the video, subscribe to the video, share the video, leave a comment, all kinds of stuff like that. I appreciate it very much. It helps me a lot. And I will talk to you guys soon for the next video. Peace.